This is Millionaire Mondays. Every Monday we present you with another multi-millionaire. Today we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Kim Dotcom. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get informed. Hello Aluxers, are you ready for some real-life bad boy? Today we bring you a hacker, an internet entrepreneur, and a political activist that's now wanted by the United States. His name is Kim Dotcom. Born Kim Schmitz, he is of Finnish and German nationality, but now lives in New Zealand. Kim Dotcom has been in the spotlight for some time due to his lavish millionaire lifestyle and controversies. He founded Mega Upload in 2005, a file hosting service that was later charged for copyright infringement and closed down in 2012. But before that, it was the 13th most popular website in the world. Since then, he has relaunched it under the name Mega and has been living in New Zealand with his family. Kim has been flying under the radar for a long time due to all sorts of illegal activities. A lot of money is involved in his business, his trials, and his image, and we bet he still has some cards up his sleeve. His life and his trial will probably be made into a movie one of these days, but until that time comes, we'll have a closer look at his business, his fortune, and his lavish lifestyle, because he's been living like Dan Bilzerian for a while now. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Let's just dive in, shall we? Here are the 15 things you didn't know about Kim Dotcom. Number 1. He owns 21 luxury cars with customized plates. Being a German at heart, Kim has a soft spot for German cars. He used to own an outrageous fleet of 21 luxury cars before they were seized by the government and FBI. Just to name a few, a Rolls-Royce Phantom and a Mercedes-Benz ML63 AMG. All of his cars have special customized plates with words like guilty, God, mafia, or hacker. He never liked to keep a low profile, so displaying his money like this was sort of mandatory for him. Number 2. He bought his New Zealand residency. Kim Dotcom was always a smart guy. He knew how and when to make business. When things got bad with Mega Upload, he moved to New Zealand to escape extradition. With no asylum, he needed residency, so he bought it. How can you buy residency? Well, very easily. You just have to buy a lot of things so they want you to stay there. Kim bought 12 cars, valued at $3.2 million, and leased a helicopter. He invested $10 million and wanted to buy the most expensive house in the country. He also donated thousands of dollars to the church, rugby players, and other causes. Naturally, he got the residency papers in no time, even though the media quickly caught up on it. Number 3. He lives with a chef, pilot, and German teacher. When you have been an entrepreneur all your life and making money from a young age, having a few perks like a live-in chef, DJ, pilot, or German teacher 24/7 seems like a normal request. He announced over Twitter that he was looking for help that wants to live with him and his family. And because he wants professional help, he mentioned that the chef needs to be a Michelin star accredited chef. The DJ should also be a sound engineer, and the pilot will have to fly a Zeppelin airship. That's quite the life for him and his 5 children in Queenstown. Number 4. He recorded a music album. When you can't leave the country and pretty much stay at home all the time, the creative juices begin to flow. Sometimes they translate into great things like a work of art or a cool project, and sometimes they translate into a music album. Kim Dotcom was feeling a little too creative, and so he recorded the music album called Good Times. Due to his popularity, the album ranked 8th in New Zealand, but it was faced with mixed critiques. The album features 17 songs and was released worldwide by his independent record label, Kimpire Music, and funded with money from the relaunch of Mega Upload. Number 5. His fortune is estimated to be worth around $220 million. Mega Upload and Mega were major projects for Kim. They gather over 50 million users each day, which can translate into millions of dollars. He's said to have a fortune of $220 million. However, more than 175 million of those dollars were frozen by the FBI when they raided his home in 2012. Kim Dotcom is famous for being one of the richest tech entrepreneurs in the world. He made over $42 million in a single year from Mega Upload. But of course, having such a crazy income, he's now used to having an opulent lifestyle with models and pool parties. Number 6. New Zealand illegally spied on him. When Kim moved to New Zealand, he thought it would be a great place to escape the copyright infringement charges. Instead, he was welcomed with a trial and mass espionage. Recently, New Zealand passed a new law that prevents surveillance of its residents. Kim has been living there for 8 years now, so he is considered a resident, meaning the spying the government was doing on him is now illegal. The Prime Minister publicly apologized to Kim for it, and now with the new law, they hope to avoid similar situations in the future. Number 7. He owes $500 million to the entertainment industry. The website Kim founded helped millions of users worldwide to fraudulently upload and store videos, music, and movies. This means that Kim made money while the entertainment industry lost it. In fact, it's said that he owes over $500 million and prison time. Assets worth $17 million were seized, including luxury cars, giant TVs, and works of art. They also froze his bank accounts with $175 million out of reach in 2012. But that doesn't cover the whole debt. His trial has been going on for several years, and everyone is waiting on the final call. Number 8. He sued New Zealand for $6.8 billion. The Kim Dotcom trial over the Mega Upload copyright infringement is a very long and complex story. Since it stretches over such a long period of time, there are many interesting key aspects of it. One of them was when Kim Dotcom sued New Zealand for $6.8 billion, which is 3.5% of the nation's GDP. He accused his adoptive country of destruction of his business. While he was in New Zealand, they issued an arrest warrant that resulted in him being on bail for 6 years. Due to this, his reputation was damaged, and he claims that his business lost good money since it was allegedly worth $10 billion, and he had 68% of the shares. Number 9. He founded the Internet Party in New Zealand. Being such an influential person, Kim Dotcom decided to use his name and background for more social activities. He founded the Internet Party in New Zealand in collaboration with the Mana Party. Together, they gained 1.42% of the nationwide party vote, but failed to win any seats. However, Kim Dotcom cannot run in an election because he's not a citizen, but he donated over $2.4 million towards the party, which accounts as the largest personal contribution to a political party ever in New Zealand, according to the National Electoral Commission. Number 10. He sold his $30 million home. When you make over $40 million per year, it's only natural to buy a mega house. Kim Dotcom owned a $30 million mega mansion in Auckland, New Zealand that he called the Dotcom Mansion. The house was his first purchase and home to a lot of extravaganza and over 20 luxury cars. After his assets and bank accounts were frozen, he moved to Queenstown in a region where many other moguls have bought houses. Apparently, one of his new neighbors is Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal, who bought a $13 million property there. And hey, Luxers, if you'd like to learn some more about Peter Thiel, then head over to our video we made all about PayPal's co-founder. Just click in the top right corner to check it out. Number 11. He wants to launch a new social media platform. Facebook and Twitter are massive corporations nowadays that make billions of dollars. Some say they are outdated and evil, and others should replace them. One of those supporters is Kim Dotcom. He wants to build the next big social platform because the ones we use are too rooted into deep state conspiracy. And who would be better to join him than Edward Snowden and Julian Assange? He thinks that with such a controversial trio, justice will be done. However, Kim is currently fighting extradition charges, just like Snowden and Assange, so getting together and working on a new social platform is a little difficult. Number 12. He blames Obama and Hollywood for his conviction. It was during Obama's presidency that Kim was charged for copyright infringement. He claims that his business wasn't doing any illegal activities, and he tried to stop copyright activities and fraud. In his eyes, Obama and the big Hollywood moguls orchestrated his arrest. He mentioned this in his music album and in multiple tweets. Because he believes in this so much, he even expressed his support of Trump during the 2016 election because he didn't want Hillary, Obama's choice, to win. Number 13. He now gets a $53,000 allowance. Kim's life changed after the raid in 2012. He was left with little money and no business, so he started all over. It all changed when a Hong Kong judge decided to grant him a monthly amount equivalent to $53,000. The money is supposedly meant for housing and living expenses, as well as legal expenses, because his trial has been going on for some years and doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. And as a result, his current lifestyle is indeed much less extravagant and opulent than it used to be, but it might change because Kim has big plans and many projects on the line. Number 14. He launched his own cryptocurrency called KimCoin. There's a new trend among creatives, and that is cryptocurrency. They all think the industry needs a new form of currency that is suited for their needs and less dependent on third parties. Kim thought of the struggles of creators and decided to step in by creating KimCoin. He also advised people to buy Bitcoin and other crypto because the dollar is weak and the US is heading toward a financial crisis. It seems like he's trying to build an entire ecosystem around this new technology and wants to lure us all into it. We have to admit, Kim is a doer. Number 15. He threw a $500,000 New Year's Eve party. Kim enjoys a pretty comfortable lifestyle. He made a lot of money and is not afraid to show it or share it. The first thing he did after he bought his mansion in Auckland, New Zealand, was throw an outrageous New Year's Eve party. He spent over $500,000 on it, and it was everything you could imagine. Fireworks, champagne, and lots of guests. To top it all off, he watched the whole show from a helicopter just 200 meters away. This was back in 2011, before the raids and frozen bank accounts. Because Kim keeps his life so much in the spotlight, we all get to be a part of it in a way. We've seen him at the top and more recently in the lower state, where he waits patiently for his trial to come to an end. He's had a life full of parties and wealth that few people would get to enjoy. But now we're curious to know, what would you do if all of your assets and money were seized? Tell us your reaction in the comments below. And of course, for those of you still with us, those true Aluxers, you get a bonus fact. Here it is. Number 16. He stashes gummy bears around the house. We all have guilty pleasures, don't we? Some of us will go really far to commit to eat our favorite food at any cost, even if it means hiding crazy amounts all over the house. Kim Dotcom does that too. He hides gummy bears all over his house so he never runs out of them. Kim is a big and tall man that is easily recognized in a crowd. In spite of his looks, the millions of dollars in his bank accounts secured him and bought his way out of insecurity and body shaming. I guess if you can't beat them, then you buy them. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.